Please welcome the starting lineups of your Humber Hawks. Leading off the center fielder, number 18, Jack St. Louis. Batting second is the shortstop, number 5, Charlie Towers. Batting third is the left fielder, number 8, Justin Groves. Batting fourth is designated hitter, number 20, Xavier Whittle. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 12, David Bellato. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 27, Jacob Turner. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 3, Jack Young. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 26, batting ninth, the right fielder, number 9, Landon Clark. And the starting pitcher is number 6, Eric Alcaraz.
Hello and welcome back to Connerville Park for game number 2 of our doubleheader here between the Humber Hawks and the Durham Lords. On the call today, I'm Andrew Mullaney. Alongside me, my good friend Zach Benoit. And Zach, we saw a tremendous game here before. Durham came away with the Game 1 win. It went late. It went deep. They came away with a 6-4 win. Humber looking to get back on the W column here today. Their second loss of the season. Hopefully a better outing for them right now.
Yeah, and things can get very, very interesting in the standings here in the OCAA if Durham's able to sweep the Hawks. But obviously Humber, they're going to want to try to kind of split the series here because they split. There's still a chance they can tie for first place against the St. Clair Saints, but it's going to be a tough road ahead. It should be interesting to see how this one continues on.
Absolutely. There's a look at our starting pitcher, Eric Alcaraz, one of the 9 players being honored today in Seniors Day as we'll transition into Seniors Night here at Connerville Park, I'm sure, as we get ready to enter our evening portion.
Should be very interesting to see how this one will go. And you know, the weather, it's been holding up. In the shade, it's very cold. We learned this.
Yes.
But in the sun, it's actually a very nice day out.
Zach Rivers, the leadoff hitter for the Royals, or for the Lords, rather. Alcaraz misses his first pitch.
Yeah, Rivers in that last game, he was a pretty good leadoff bat at the side of the Lords.
That one hit, but it's going to drop foul. That deep foul ball brings the count to 1-1. Alcaraz, the 1-1. In there for strike 2. Great pitch there. The 1-2. Just misses. This is the 5th last game of the season for the Humber Hawks. After this, they have a 2-game set at Lambton and then 2 games at St. Clair to finish off the season. St. Clair currently number 1, undefeated. Another pitch. That one just misses low and outside. Full count.
And the pitch before that one, Alcaraz, you know, he thought he made a really good pitch, but I'll call the ball.
He's going to have to try again. And despite looking like it was in the exact same spot, umpire calls that a strike for the strikeout. Alcaraz with his first K on the day, catches a batter looking.
Yeah, great pitch right there by Eric Alcaraz. And he works quickly here. He's already back on the mound, already in his motion.
First pitch misses for a ball. The 1-0. At the knees for strike 1. At At bat now is the third baseman, Griffin Oliver. That one misses low into the outside. Ball 2. Alcaraz the pitch. Swing and miss there. Count even at 2.
And he's working quickly and he's staying consistent. He's not, taking his time off the mound. He's getting right back on the mound. He's working fast and he's staying in a rhythm.
That pitch misses. Count runs full. Payoff pitch. That one fouled off. Right back to the backstop. Oliver stays alive. Alcaraz again. That one high for ball 4. Alcaraz will walk the second batter of the inning.
And just like last game, Oliver, he starts his game off with a walk. And this is kind of the approach we saw from the Lords last time. It was just very patient. They didn't really attack early on. They kind of let the pitchers come to them, and that's why they jumped out to a quick 2-0 lead.
Goes after the first pitch. Right to Boato to second. Can't get that one away. The ball went right past the glove of Isaac Duva.
And that's a tough play. Usually David Boato over there at third, he's a sound defender. That time the throw just going wide and everybody will be safe. And this is not the start that the Hawks were hoping for here for game number 2.
Yeah, that ball looked tailor-made for a double play to get out of the inning, but not to be there. Nick King next up at back, the DH.
DH/pitcher. We're seeing a little bit of Shohei Ohtani action here with Nick King.
First pitch misses. Pitch high, almost gets him at the head, 2-0.
Looked like an off speed that kind of just slipped out of the hands right there of Alcaraz. King will take a second here to just kind of regain focus. But yeah, that pitch didn't look like there was any intent. It was more so just a breaking ball that he wanted to break inside on the hands of King and just kind of slipped out of the arm.
Goes after that one. That's going to tail well foul to the right field side.
That right there, just good located pitch, and that's kind of the area that Eric kind of wants to stay at, low and away. Because if you're able to work that with an off speed and then paint a fastball there, that's hard for hitters to pick up the difference.
That ball pops away from the catcher. Both runners will advance on that play. Julian Iannarella completing the battery with Alcaraz to start the game. The 3-1. Goes after that one. Hit to the second baseman. 2-1 in time, although a run will score. So Durham opens up the scoring early in the first inning, 1-0. And the other runner advances to third as well.
Yeah, and that's exactly how Durham opened the scoring up with the same players. It was Nick King who grounded out but cashed in the run. It's another really good job done by Nick King just to generate offense early on in this ball game.
So 2 down now for the Hawks. The Hawks defending, I should say. First pitch to Earl misses away. The 1-0. Misses again. Goes after that pitch. To second, to first in time for out number 3. And that will do it for the top half of the first, but not before Durham opens up the scoring. They go into the bottom of the first, up 1-0.
The Lords kind of just did exactly what they did last time out. They just very patient at the plate, not chasing bad pitches, and they generate an RBI off of a ground out. That's exactly how the game started last time as well.
Yeah, partner, and Humber once again finds themselves behind the 8-ball before they can even get things going offensively here. Of course, always a chance to turn things around at Connervale Park, where Humber is known for their home field advantage. Like you mentioned, Nick King, the pitcher who we saw last time out, will be starting the game here.
Yeah,
not often do you see the teams pass on their right to use their DH, but when you got a guy that can do both, why not?
Yeah, exactly. Why not have the dual threat in Nick King?
Humber going with a very similar lineup to game 1. Only difference is that they will have Jack Young as the catcher, and David Boato has moved ahead in the batting order to the number 5 slot, and Isaac Duva will be patrolling second base. And like always, Jack St. Louis leads things off, the center fielder, wearing number 18 for the Humber Hawks. A threat at the plate and on the base paths. What can he do? Looks at the first pitch outside. King working quickly for his second pitch. Goes right back in there, inside part of the plate for strike 1.
St. Louis in the last game reached base every single time he was up.
Takes a crack at that one, deep in left field. Outfielder going back, makes the catch at the track, but he drops it. St. Louis will easily stroll to second base on that drop ball. So that should be scored E7 on the scorecard.
Yeah, we'll see what they score it. Nonetheless, that's a tough play out there to make, drifting back to the warning track, but couldn't come up with it. Jack St. Louis, though, coming up big with another hit.
And that, of course, brings up the shortstop, Charlie Towers. Towers got an RBI in the first inning of last game. Looks at a first pitch strike. The Toronto native trying to advance St. Louis, a runner in scoring position. That pitch low for a ball, good eye by Towers. Looked like it was outside, but umpire calls that a strike. Strike 2.
That's where if you're Towers, you just got to go to work. Try to figure out a way to put this ball in play, advance St. Louis up to third.
Umpire calls that a strikeout. So King with 1K already on the day. And now bring up the left fielder, Justin Groves. League leader in Batting average also up there in RBIs and has 1 home run on the year. First pitch inside, ball 1.
And Nick King working that off speed. He worked it to the left hand of hitting Charlie Towers, and the first pitch here didn't break in enough to catch the inside corner, but he's throwing it again to Groves.
King takes a look at the runner, the pitch. Right down the middle, popped up though. Center fielder backing up, he makes the catch. St. Louis on the run to third base, and he'll get there easily.
That's great speed by Jack St. Louis, and 90 feet away from tying this ball game.
Now bring up the designated hitter, Xavier Whittle. We don't usually see him DHing in the second game as these back-to-backs, but head coach Troy Black electing to do that here today. Whittle with tremendous power, 3 home runs already on the season. Gets plunked by the first pitch, and he'll trot to first base. So now runners on the corners. I'll now bring up third baseman David Boato.
Boato coming up after he had a good first game. 1 for 3. He also walked, and we saw this a lot with the Humber Hawks. It's just they were able to work great counts. They just couldn't come up with that one clutch hit. That was kind of the only outlier from game number 1. Other than that, they played very, very well.
They left a lot of runners stranded on base last time out. Looking to improve here. Outside, ball 1. King taking his time, looks at the runner on first base. In there for strike 1.
He's working this lower inside corner to righties very, very efficiently so far in this one. He's also, we've seen him work it towards the lefty. Interesting to see that, see if Humber picks up on that.
That one just missed. The Durham faithful not happy with that call. Two one. That one low. Another pitch on that inside part. And Zach, if you're right, if Humber picks up on that, they'll be able to pull a lot of balls here this afternoon.
Yeah, you just have to stay patient and wait for him to try to pump in a fastball with it.
The 3-1 pitch. Catches the zone. Count runs full with 2 outs, runners on the corner. Big spot here for David Boato. One of the seniors being honored today. Is this his moment? Swings after that one, but fouls it off.
Out in front, Nick King tried to get him with an off speed. Boato just wisely you stick the bat out there, you make contact, you stay alive for another pitch. We saw a lot of King going inside to Boato. He went outside with a breaking ball there, trying to get him extended.
Does he go back inside? The pitch. Swing and a miss there for strike 3. Great job there by Nick King to sit down the Hawks and keep them at zeros on the scoreboard.
And he went right back inside with the fastball, and that's a tough feat to kind of attack out when you look at it. Another look here at the strikeouts there. You see he's attacking that outside corner to lefties, and then the inner half here on righties. It's the same spot, but if executed properly, it is so hard to get the bat to the ball if you're a hitter.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we talked about this before. Pitching is a game of deception. If you can keep those hitters guessing, you're going to be in a good situation a lot of the time. And that little ball to the outside, just adding the seed, or planting the seed of doubt, rather, in the mind of David Boato. But either way, we're back to the Humber defending half here. Players on the field. And Eric Alcaraz back out for a second inning of work. quick pitching pitcher. Only allowed 1 run. Other than that, looked pretty solid in the first inning. Connor Rodwin up to the plate. Saw Rodwin in a relief pitching appearance last time out. Was after the first pitch. To first in time for out number 1.
Good stretch over there at first base by Jacob Turner. The throw took him a little bit high, but nonetheless, great play all around.
Staying on the base. That's the most important thing.
You kept contact no matter how high that ball is. You go on your tippy toes to try to make the catch, and that's exactly what he did.
Up now is the first baseman, Chuck Roy. Goes after the first pitch, popped up. Seeing Louis moving to his left, he makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 quickly down for the Durham Lords.
And working fast is Alcaraz, and this is exactly what you want to see.
Balin McKellar swings and misses at the first one. Alcaraz really finding a groove here in inning 2. That one low, ball 1.
Yeah, so far today, I don't think there's been a inning where the Durham Lords haven't gotten a base runner on. Alcaraz trying to do that here.
Inside for ball 2. Thought about it. Check to swing in time. Count 3-1. The pitch. Right down Broadway for strike 2. Counts full now, 2 outs. The payoff pitch. Now misses, bounces to the backstop. And McKellar will take first base. Will stay there despite the ball bouncing away, though.
And the other Borutsky brother, Brady, will come up for his first plate appearance of the day. Didn't play in game number 1.
That pitch misses, ball 1. Catches the inside part of the plate, strike 1. Borowski just trying to keep the inning alive, trying to advance a runner. Runner on the move. But that ball gets fouled off, he'll have to return back to first. One-two to Borowski. Goes after that. He'll find the green in the outfield, so he does keep the inning alive. a 2-out single.
It looked like low and away pitch, but he took it the opposite way, and that's exactly what you're taught to do growing up. Is if it's low and away like that, don't try to pull it. Just take it where it's delivered. It's like exactly what Brady Borotsky does right there.
Zach River is now up to the plate. Center fielder. Durham's turned the order back up to the top. First pitch low, ball 1.
Rivers, he's been attacking the baseball really all day long. He's made contact almost every at-bat.
Was after that one, but fouls it off.
Only time he didn't hit the ball in play was when he walked in his 3rd plate appearance.
The 1-1. In there for strike 2. Some action in the Humber bullpen. We have a right-hander warming up.
That's Brandon Deans.
Ball fouled off. Count stays at 1-2. Just inside there. Nice little breaking ball, but couldn't get the batter to chase.
Yeah, it was an off speed that Eric thought broke down enough to get the call, but no, umpire says he needed to come down a little bit more.
Thought he caught the edge, but no, just inside. Count runs full again with 2 outs.
It just stayed inside too much. He was trying to work the low inside corner.
In there, but misses, so the bases are now loaded with 2 outs.
Yeah, and it doesn't get easier here because Griffin Oliver, who has hit the ball well, he's coming up to bat for this one. But I think maybe this is the day done for Alcaraz, and that will be the day done.
So Brandon Deans will come into this ball game.
And for the final time in his Humber Hawks career, Eric Alcaraz will walk off Connor Vail Park.
And he pitched very well here today. You heard all of his records the last game out, all of his accomplishments. Brandon Deans now takes the mound.
Yeah, maybe the most deadly arm in the OCAA, Brandon Deans, has been electric. He's the all-time strikeouts in a game record holder. And he has just dominated in a Humber Hawks uniform. And if there's one man you're looking to shut the door here, it's number 28.
Arguably the greatest arm that the Humber Hawks have seen through their baseball program. He's going to try and clean up this mess here in the top of the 2nd. Deans likes to work fast, and he's got quite the fastball here, so it's going to be interesting to see how Durham adjusts to him. Deans is done warming up, and that brings up third baseman Griffin Oliver. Griffin Oliver, the only Durham Lord left from Humber in Durham's 2019 gold medal match. First pitch low for a ball. Pitch high, out of the catcher's glove. Runners do not advance though. The 2-0. Fouled off for strike one.
Yeah, and that pitch coming in, it's, I'd probably want to say high 80s to low 90s that Deans throws it at. I believe he topped out at 95 at one point, but he has had some arm issues over the past couple seasons here for the Hawks, so it hasn't been as appearing as often.
That went high. Dean's behind in the count, 3-1. Gonna need a good pitch here. Goes after that one, hits the second baseman. It's low, but he beats the runner to the bag. And that will do it for the top of the second. Humber keeps Durham off the scoreboard there, but they still trail 1-0. Nick King back on the mound for his second inning of work. Got into a little bit of trouble in the first, but was able to keep Humber from scoring. Jacob Turner will lead things off here for the Humber Hawks, the first baseman. Was after the first pitch, right back to King, the pitcher, to first in plenty of time for out number one. Jack Young, the catcher, now up to the plate.
Yeah, Hawks still just trailing by 1, and Nick King, you see he's already back on the mound ready to go.
He works quick. The first pitch. That's low for a ball. Outside, ball 2. On deck, Isaac Duva, the second baseman. In there for the first strike. King still behind 2-1. That one called a strike. Way outside for a ball. Count runs full.
Try to go back with the breaking ball where he's gotten a couple of these lefties already out on it. Just couldn't break it enough over that corner.
Goes after that one. Right to the shortstop. Picks it up to first. Once again in time for out number 2. Isaac Duva, the second baseman, now up to the plate. King ready and waiting for him. Low, ball 1.
Just kind of seems King, he's staying low in the zone and he's trying to work the outside quadrants on the lefties, and then when the righties come up, he's just jamming them. And so far through an inning and 2/3, it's worked.
Another outside pitch. Down quickly 3-0. Outside half of the plate for strike 1.
And again, that's just kind of the spot that Nick King has been living at so far.
Goes after that one to second. Gets through though, so he's going to be aboard with the base hit. Landon Clark, the right fielder in both these games, now up at the plate. The number 9 hitter for the Hawks. And their last chance to stay alive this inning. Goes after the first pitch, hits it to the outfield. So back-to-back base hits with 2 outs for the Humber Hawks.
Yeah, and we saw them do this a couple of times last game where they get down to 2 outs and they start hitting. They start getting singles, they start getting on base, and this is just kind of the nitty-grittiness of the Humber Hawks that we've seen.
Lineup turned over for Jack St. Louis, third-year center fielder. Catches the outside half of the plate for strike 1. Goes after that one. To first. Not in time. All 3 runners aboard. So we have bases loaded with 2 outs for Charlie Towers, the shortstop.
And give credit right there to Isaac Duva. He ran right in front of that ball, hopped over it, and that's a smart play by the base runner because you want to try to block the view of the shortstop as much as you can, and that time it played such a big factor because he was bobbling the ball, and St. Louis has great speed. He was able to beat it out.
And, of course, as a base runner, you can't get a little too eager with that because, of course, the ball hits you. It's an automatic out. But some good heads-up base running. 1-0. King will take a second.
But again, the Hawks, they continue to threaten with 2 outs.
Outside, ball 2. Big swing and a miss there for strike 1. Another hack and a miss there, strike 2. That one gets away from the catcher. Runners thought about going. They will have to retreat, though.
Yeah, it looked like Duva just didn't get a clean jump right off the break, and he thought about going, then stopped and thought about going, and then he just elected saying, hey, you know what, it's too risky to go. In moments like that, if you're on third base and you see the ball go by, you just need to take off. You got to trust that it got far enough away and that your teammate at home signals it for you.
Strikeout there to end the inning. King getting out of a jam there with bases loaded and 2 outs. Durham protects their 1-run lead, and we'll get a replay of that strikeout.
Yeah, King just had Towers swinging out of his shoes. It was a fastball. Just missed it, though.
Goes way behind that one.
Yeah, so we're seeing on the mound right here, coach is out there with Brandon Dean, so's the umpire. And normally when you see this, it's a possible injury, and it looks like something on his throwing hand.
And we don't have anyone warming in the Humber pen, so this could be an issue, and looks like he's going to step away.
Yeah, he's coming off the mound, and it looks like Mark Rosado is getting ready to come on in. Yeah, Deans is out of this ball game. And it looks like something on his hand, might be a blister. We'll take a look at it. But it appears to have been a blister on that throwing hand. Here's a look at it right here.
Yeah, and he notices something right there. And that pitch way off line.
Yeah, and that's a very unfortunate break for the Hawks. Deans, they weren't going to start him today. They wanted his pitch count not to be too high, but nonetheless, this is a tough break for the Hawks.
Ladies and gentlemen, an announcement to make.
Either way, Mark Rosado will be into this ball game.
The number is CRTM398. It's a black Mercedes-Benz CRTM398. It is blocking the exit, so we request you to please move your car away or it might be towed. Thank you.
First pitch by Risotto, misses wide. Ball 1. Swing and a miss there, strike 1.
And it's always tough to come in, especially after a pitcher goes down injured. You're cold. You know, you haven't been throwing at all, and you just got to come in, throw probably 10 to 12 pitches, and you're thrown right into the action.
Just misses outside for ball 2. The 2-1. Blown away for ball 3. Risotto the pitch. Cracks that one to right field, and that will drop down for a base hit. He's thinking 2, going for second. Will slide into second base for a double.
And that's what aggressive base running will do for you. It's just an extra 90 feet right there.
Borowski with some great heads-up base running there. Nick King, the starting pitcher, up at bat. Runner in scoring position here, no outs. Durham up by 1. Misses, but the catcher, Young, doing well to keep it in. That one popped up high. Looks like it's going to be playable. First baseman settling under it. And Jacob Turner makes the catch for out number 1.
And a big out number 1 for Mark Risotto, who, again, comes into the game after Brandon Deans had to be taken out due to injury.
Coming in cold, never easy. Quentin Earl, the second baseman, up at bat. Low, ball 1.
Grounded it to second his last time up.
Showed bump, pulls it back in there for strike 1. The 1-1. Swings at that one. Right to Boato at third. To first in plenty of time for out number 2.
Yeah, Boato played that one on the long hop, and he watched the runner back to third and let him kind of just continue to run down. Good play by Boato to keep it in front of him.
Connor Rodwin now up to the plate. He's catching. Trying to keep the inning alive. Big swing and a miss in that low ball, strike 1. The 0-1. In there for strike 2. Beautiful pitch there. Risotto just one pitch now from getting out of the inning. The 0-2. Swing and a miss there. And a big strikeout there goes Rosado out of the inning and keeps Humber within 1.
And that's just a really good inning by Mark Rosado. You come in for your teammate who got injured to start the inning. You don't give up really anything. You give up a double off the first batter, then you shut the door for the next 3. That is just fantastic pitching by number 22 for the Hawks right there, and a good momentum boost for the boys going forward.
And the Hawks got to be feeling pretty well about themselves heading into the bottom half of the 3rd. Just down by 1. Their pitching has really kept them in this ball game. Although scoring runs has been a bit of an issue here against Durham these 2 games. The pitching has been pretty steady.
Coming to bat is the left fielder, number 8, Justin Groves.
Justin Groves leading off for the Hawks. Xavier Whittle and David Boato on deck and in the hole.
Last time up for Groves, he got a good piece of it, which just got underneath it a little bit. He flew out to center field. And again, that center field fence, we can see it. It is deep, 402.
Just missed for ball 1. Swing and a miss there for strike 1.
A little bit of an excuse me swing. It looked like he wanted to hold back, but his body was telling him no.
The 1-1 King. Right down the middle for strike 2.
Yeah, right back to that breaking ball in the inner half. And if you're a righty, it's hard because you're thinking it's going to come in and stay in the inner half just inside of your hip, and then it breaks right over the plate.
Groves gets plunked by that one. He'll trot to first base on a walk. They'll bring up the man they call X, Xavier Whittle, the DH. King, the first pitch. Right down there for strike 1.
There's that breaking ball again, inner half. Hawks have not been able to find an answer for it yet.
The 0-1. That one away. And runner is going to go for second base. That's Justin Groves. Whittle did a good job to hold off his swing. They said he did not go around. So counts even at 1-1. Goes after that one. High hop to second baseman. To first in time for out number 1, though Justin Groves will advance to third base. So the tying run just 90 feet away. And now bring up David Boato.
Whittle does a job right there. He advances the runner up 90 feet. obviously he's not happy with it, but there's still runner on third with less than 2 outs. It's a big play, and Boato a chance to equalize this game up at 1.
Big swing and a miss at that first pitch. Couldn't catch up to the fastball.
Yeah, Boato, just a heavy swing right there. He went down swinging his last time up.
King the 0-1. Just catches that inside part of the plate for strike 2, and Boato quickly down in the count.
Yeah, it's been a tough spot all game long for the Hawks.
Goes after that one. The second baseman to first in time for out number 2. Jacob Turner, the last chance in this inning to bring home that runner.
Turner watches that go by, and again, King, when he's dialed in and dominated, we just see him working that inside half to righties. It's just been tough for Humber to find an answer.
The 1-0. In there for strike 1.
Yeah, because you're expecting that to be the off speed, and he comes at you with the fastball, and your time is just all misaligned.
The 1-1. Back to that the fastball there, but he misses. The 2-1. That one high. Quickly going, goes after that pitch. Bounces right through the third baseman. That will score the runner. Groves ties it up as Turner gets an RBI. Does he score as a single or a double? Turner a little bit slow to get to second base, though.
Yeah, that's a big RBI double right there for Jacob Turner. I mean, he just ripped that ball down the line, and Humber, they equalize this game right back up 1 apiece.
Jack Young, the catcher, now up at the plate to extend this inning. And perhaps give Humber the lead here if he hits a nice one to the outfield. Let's see what the third-year player can do. In there for strike 1. Isaac Duva, the second baseman, on deck. King the 0-1. In there for strike 2. Young quickly down. And he gets caught looking on the strikeout. So Humber is able to tie it up, though they cannot grab a lead here in the third inning. We go into the fourth, tied 1-1.
One more look here at how the Hawks even things up. It was off the bat of Jacob Turner. And I mean, really good swing on the ball. He ripped it down the third base side. Third baseman went to play on the backhand, just couldn't slow it down. This was ripped. Great hit down here. You'll see it close up and live. Tried to play in the backhand. It's just too hot to handle. That is a tough play for the third baseman.
They call it the hot corner for a reason. And there's Mark Risotto. He took over in the last inning once it became clear that Brandon Deans wouldn't be able to continue. And he held his own.
Yeah, for sure. And, obviously we hope that Deans is all right going further for the rest of the season here for the Humber Hawks. But nonetheless, Rosado coming in. I mean, he made a fantastic work of the Durham Lords in his first inning of work.
Yeah, Humber's going to be back in action on Friday, so there's going to be just under a week for them to figure it out. But, I mean, you got to figure he's going to play in at least one of those 4 games if he is indeed healthy. Some hot competition there for the Hawks, including the undefeated St. Clair Saints.
Yeah, and I think that's probably why they took him out here, is just because you don't want to risk it going further. Obviously, it's no slouch to say that Durham's a bad team. It's just more so saying you got a very important game, especially, like you said, against St. Clair. You want Deans to try to be as healthy as possible for that game.
Then, of course, you got to think even longer term with the playoffs after that, too,
Exactly,
right?
yeah. And I think that's probably what head coach Troy Black was thinking, is just, you know what, let's not risk it any further. Let's just take you completely out of the game, get you recovered. And I believe they have a week until those big games coming up against Lambton and St. Clair.
At Lambton Friday and at St. Clair Saturday. And that is already it for the OCAA baseball season, regular season at least. Then we head to playoffs where the number 1 seed would host, and as it stands now, that would be the St. Clair Saints.
Yeah, the fall sports, they're coming to an end. The softball season, I believe they're wrapping up theirs, and playoffs will be held in Durham this year. And then, like you mentioned, it's wrapping things up here for the baseball season. I think Seneca was the school that drew for the OCAA playoffs. I know Nationals for softball, it's out there in Ottawa. They're traveling this year.
Chuck Roy up to the plate. He's playing first base here today. Top of the 4th inning. Tie ball game. In there for strike 1.
I know we have the center field cam, but it looks more like a Jack St. Louis hair cam.
Just a little bit. Goes after that pitch. Cracks it well foul, though, by the Humber warm-up mounds, by their bullpen. Ball bounces away, but luckily no one on base. Count runs 1 and 2. Risotto the pitch. Takes a swing at that one, but hits it foul. The 1-2 will try again. Goes to that one, to Bellato at third, to first, in time, out number 1.
Good play by David Bellato right there, working quickly to get that throw across the diamond. But again, continuing to work really well on the mound is Mark Rosado.
Balin McKellar up at the plate. Takes a look at a first pitch strike. That one low. Young tried to frame that. Won't work though.
Looked like Rosado again, just on that breaking ball, just kind of gripping it a little bit too much. Went the grip and rip and just couldn't finish the pitch over the middle. Drifted into the left-handed batter's box.
The 2-1. Big swing and a miss there to even the count at 2. The 2-2 working quickly. Just misses the plate. Count runs full, 1 out. Risotto, the payoff pitch. Misses outside for ball 4.
Second time in this game that Balin McKellar, he reaches via the walk.
And that brings up Brody Borowski. Takes a look at the runner. The first pitch. Hits it, but foul. The 0-1 pickoff attempt at first base, no.
Tried the quick pick, but getting back in time was McKellar.
Another look at the runner. The 0-1. Does that catch the batter? Yes, it does. So now 2 aboard with 1 out.
And early on, again, it's the bottom of the order that's just getting on base. McKellar and Borutsky combined, they've reached all 4 times, and they've only hit once. 1 for 1 between the 2 of them. The other 3, either a hit by pitch or a walk.
Zach Rivers up to the plate. Lineup turned over for the leadoff hitter. A great opportunity here with Durham with just 1 out. Low, ball 1.
And Durham's dugout there starting to get loud. Normally we're hearing the Humber Hawks getting loud, but Durham, they're flipping it here. They're bringing the energy right now.
Quite the rowdy bunch. Takes a look back at the runner. The pitch. In there for strike 1. Perfect pitch to even things up. Risotto steps off. We'll have a word with Young, the catcher.
Just probably a quick conversations about signs and sequences they're going to go through. Just let them know, hey, we're going to go third sign or 4th, just to try to throw off so Borutsky just can't steal them on 2nd and relay them.
Pitch. Goes after that one, but fouls it off. Count 1 and 2. And Zach, you're a pitcher. Hitters count now, or sorry, pitchers count. 2 on, 1 out. What do you give here?
Would probably look to try to bury something low and away Rosado has been doing a really good job with that off speed, so it wouldn't surprise me to see something off speed blown away. Try to get him to reach.
Let's see. Goes after that one, another foul ball.
It looked like the off speed, but it looked like more of a 12-6 break instead of just the slider break.
Risotto will try again. Takes a look at the runners. The 1-2-1 out. At the knees for the strikeout. So 2 down now at the top of the 4th. Excellent pitching job there by Risotto.
That's a big pitch right there. You see it right here on the replay. Goes with the changeup, and out of the hand, it's breaking like it's going to be a slider, and then the last second dip right back into the zone. That is a beautiful pitch to freeze the batter.
Griffin Oliver, the 4th-year player, up at the plate. Risotto will step off. Pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Low 1. Just in there for strike 2. Risotto just 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. Excuse me, they called that a ball. Takes a look at the runners. The 1-1. That one away. 2-1.
Yeah, runner on second, bouncing around out there. It's McKellar. He's just trying to distract him on the mound.
Excuse me, the count is 1-2. The pitch popped up, but that looks like it's going to be foul. Or excuse me, that's caught. And that will do it for the top of the 4th inning. Humber keeps the score at 1-1. Now they'll go up to hit.
Holding on strong right there, Mark Risotto. Doing a good job on the mound, working around, and now Hawks will try to get back on the sticks here.
Nick King back out for his 4th inning of work for the Durham Lords, and Isaac Duva now up to the plate for your Humber Hawks. First pitch, swung on, but just foul. The 0-1. Low, that bounces away though. Strike 2. Tune to the count. The 2-2. Swung on and fouled.
Last time up for Duva, it was him and Landon Clark that just went back-to-back singles with 2 outs.
Hit on right back to the pitcher. Over his glove, actually, to shortstop. He gets him in time, just in time. Humber crowd not happy about that call.
Take another look at it here. And Duva hustling out of the box.
I can't really tell from that angle. Outside, ball 1. Low, ball 2. Misses for a 3rd ball.
Clark just being patient. He understands the top of the order's on deck.
That's in there for strike 1. Misses, ball 4.
Coming up for the Hawks, center fielder, number 18, Jack St. Louis.
Lineup turned over for Jack St. Louis. Outside for a ball.
So far in the day, he's reached base twice, but both times have been via an error. Once on the left fielder and then the other one on the shortstop.
Takes a crack at that one, but fouled off. Runner on the move. Might be caught in a rundown, but he got him off the base.
Looked like Clark just tried to time up the motion of King, but King, wisely, you wait an extra second, you have to try to throw off timing. That's exactly what he did there.
St. Louis 1-1. Another foul ball. He's down now 1-2. A 1-2. And the dirt count even. Inside, count runs full. Big swing and a miss there. Jack St. Louis strike 3, and King finds himself out of the inning, keeping the score at 1-1 going into the 5th.
Sun is down, freezing cold. That's how we already know. When it's here, my dog will probably do it for Louisville. That's just all he know, he don't know nothing else. I tried to show him. Yeah. I tried to show him. Yeah. 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 Gone on.
And there's Mark Risotto out for another inning of work. He's been tremendous in relief so far. All right, 5th inning just about ready to get underway here with Eddie Borowski up to the plate.
Brodsky, last time, he's reached base both times, but last time he doubled. So 1 for 2, reached via an error on the third baseman, Bawato, his last time up.
Shows bunt, pulls it back for a ball.
Worked the slider right there and just a little bit too much off the plate.
I just noticed the scoreboard says Humber softball. The 0-1 in there for strike. Takes a hack at that one, going into left field, and it's going to get caught for out number 1.
Groves being fairly active, recorded the last out of the bottom, or excuse me, the top half of the 4th, and records the first out of the top of the 5th.
And that'll bring up the starting pitcher, Nick King. Goes after the first pitch, hits it deep. Left fielder Groves backing up. It's going to land. He's going to go easily to second base for a stand-up double.
King is limping, though. He was limping, running around second.
It looks like they're going to pinch run him. So that could be the day for Nick King.
No, looks like he's all right.
He's going to stay in there.
They will check on him, though. I definitely did see him limping as he's pulling up to second base. Let's take a look right here. Looks like rounds first. Yeah, it's right as he rounds first.
Ooh, yeah. King will stay in the game, though. Quentin Earl now up to bat. Goes after the first pitch, right to the first baseman for the out. Great job there by Jacob Turner, and the crowd here is loving it.
Might not be the hot corner, but it might as well be on the other side of the diamond. Jacob Turner just diving. We've already seen him make a couple great plays at first, and just add that one to the list.
Yeah, and that's why they call it first base side. The other hot corner. Either way, 2 down now. And Ethan Service, or excuse me, that's Connor Rodwin up at the plate. Misses. The 1-0. Big swing and a miss there for strike 1.
Risotto, again, just working really, really well. The off-speed's working, the fastball, he's mixing in beautifully, and this is just what you want to see out of your starting pitcher, or excuse me, your relief pitcher coming in after an injury.
The 1-1. Just misses there. Count 2-1. Ball's away. Young doing a great job to jump on that ball, kind of pounce on it and make sure that King doesn't advance to third base. Counts 3-1. Risotto looking to get out of the inning. In there, strike 2. Counts full with 2 outs. Runner on second base. Takes a look at the runner to the payoff pitch. Swung on but fouled back to Young.
And that hurts.
Yeah, looks like he got caught by that ball. Looks like the team therapist is going to check in on him.
Yeah, you have all the protection if you're a catcher, the shin guards, the chest protector, and then that upper thigh area. If you catch a a baseball there. It hurts. It is not fun.
Going to try and stretch it out a little bit. He's going to stay in the game, though. Shook his head, does have to say, yes, I'm okay. Pitch. Swung on to third. Boato to first. Big stretch there by Turner, but he gets the out. Humber gets out of the top of the fifth to keep the score at 1-1 going into the bottom.
Yeah, not only do they get out of the inning, but you get a sigh of relief because your catcher, he's not hurt.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit of a sting shot off the leg. But again, nonetheless, they're playing very, very well so far.
Good type ball game that we'd expect from these two teams that came in as the number 2 and number 3 ranked, not only in the standings, but in the OCAA baseball rankings as well. Humber's been number 2 for the entire season, and Durham has been number 3 for all but week 2, in which they're ranked 4th, but after that they took the number 3 spot right back.
Yeah, again, this is just two top I almost said MLB, two top OCAA baseball programs, and they're showing why. So we also have to keep an eye out for Nick King. Remember last half inning, he hit a double, and running into second base, it looked like he aggravated his hamstring, and yeah, it's not looking good.
And I mean,
and he knows it. Yeah, he knows it.
And we have some action in the Durham bullpen, so we could see a replacement sooner rather than later, although it looks like King's going to be out there to start the inning.
Yeah, and as a pitcher, when you pull your hamstring, all your power's in your legs. You use your legs to push off and to kind of adjust, and you can see he is not feeling good with his leg. Yeah, you can see it here. As a pitcher, you're trying to push off, and yeah, you can't. It's his left leg. Every time he tries to extend and put pressure on it, he can't, and that's going to be in the end of the game for Nick King.
Yeah, they're not even going to try, and that's probably the good move there by the Durham Lords. Chuck Roy, who started this game as the first baseman, is now going to be into pitch. Charlie Towers is going to lead things off for Humber this inning. He'll be followed up by Justin Groves and then Xavier Whittle.
Giving it back for the Hawks. The shortstop.
All right, Charlie Towers up to the plate. Looking to break this deadlock. That one fouled off.
Towers so far today, just 2 strikeouts in this ball game. Swung out of his shoes, it felt like last time up.
Goes after that one to the outfield. Second baseman backing up. He makes the catch on the pop out. Justin Groves, the left fielder, up to the plate. Goes after the first pitch, pops it up. Right fielder coming in, makes the snag for out number 2. So after a long warm-up there, it's 2 quick outs as the Humber Hawks go down. Xavier Whittle, the DH, now up to the plate.
Yeah, we saw this out of Mark Risotto as well. Came in, just shut the door. And that's exactly what Chuck Roy is doing right now.
That first pitch misses, ball 1.
Not a lot of offense here in the second game. Both sides are just getting excellent pitching performances from their staff.
In there, strike 1. Hits that one, going deep. Left fielder going back. And that's out of there, home run! Xavier Whittle, his 4th of the season, gives Humber the 2-1 lead over Durham in the bottom of the 5th.
Xavier Whittle wastes no time, stays back on that, and absolutely clobbers it. I think that landed on the softball diamond beyond the left field wall. Big X coming through for the Hawks when he needed to.
Great shot there of him celebrating with the Humber dugout. And they're absolutely fired up right now, and how could you not be? That'll bring up the third baseman, David Boato.
His league-leading 4th home run of the season.
In there, strike 1. Goes after that pitch, but fouls it off. He's quickly down 0-2. Goes after that one right past the third baseman. That's going to be foul. Some action in the Humber bullpen as Ryan Brody's warming up. The 0-2. Outside.
Whittle just absolutely walloped that ball. I mean,
He did.
got every stitch of it, and that's a big shot because that helps the Hawks. Again, we were getting a masterful pitching performance.
Goes after that one, stays in the infield to first in time for the third out. But Humber takes advantage of the opportunities there as Xavier Whittle puts the team up by 1 with a big home run, his league-leading 4th of the season.
Yeah, and I mean, that shot right there just energizes the Hawks that much more. as they're looking to try to put this one away and get a split with the Durham Lord. Look at this. He gets every stitch of this baseball. Left fielder didn't even need to run for it. That was gone off the bat. This beautiful swing. That's hitting the softball diamond.
And he knew it right away, too.
Oh, yeah. I think my favorite part is the celebration with the team when they just slam. Look at this. Look at this. And they're all just amped. You love to see it. So we always talk about energy and players having this kind of aura around them. Xavier Whittle, he is definitely one of those kind of players.
Absolutely.
On the home run, look at this right here. Yeah, he knew. Bat flip, and he knew. Yeah.
Fist pump, yeah.
That is just aura right there.
Love that energy.
Big X right there coming through for the side of the Hawks.
Mark Risotto out for another inning of work. And now the script kind of changes here for the Humber Hawks. Just keep Durham off the scoreboard. Chuck Roy up to bat. He started as the first baseman. He moved over to pitcher. He's now the pitcher of consequence for this game. That one high just ducks out of the way. Ball one. Goes after that one. It's the left field. And that's going to stay fair. Though some good fielding there by Justin Groves is going to keep him at first base.
Yeah, how about that by Justin Groves? Takes a great path to the ball, and usually off the bat you'd say that's a double and a leadoff double at that. But Groves takes a great path. He holds him to a single, and that's a big 90 feet, especially after the home run that was just hit.
Some key defense there that you look for from your left fielder.
But this is where things get dangerous, partner, because this bottom half of the order, they have been dominant. Balin McKellar, he hasn't registered an at-bat yet. He's 0 for 0. He's walked twice. And then underneath him, Brady Borutsky, he's 1 for 1 with a single and a hit by pitch.
He lets the first pitch go for a ball. The 1-0. Just low for ball two. Mattis looks at another pitch there. The 2-1. Shows bunt, gets it down to the pitcher, to first, in time for the out. One down, but the runner advances to second base. Durham trying to play some small ball here, trying to manufacture the tying run.
And the runner moves up 90 feet, now into scoring position at second. And again, it's Brady Borutsky, who's 1 for 1 on the day.
hit here could tie the game. Goes after the first pitch, but fouls it off. Still only one arm in the Humber pen. Durham's bullpen empty for now. Low one. Just misses, 1-1. Outside again, 2-1. Right down the middle for strike two. Count even now at 2-2. Still only one out with the runner on second. Key at bat here for Borowski. Cracks that one, hits it high. St. Louis getting under that one, makes the catch for out number 2.
And those are just two really big outs for the side of the Hawks. Again, the bottom order, they've been very, very strong for the side of the Durham Lords.
That turns the lineup over for the leadoff hitter, Zach Rivers, the center fielder. Could this be it for Risotto? I believe so, it is. A great outing for number 22 for the Hawks, second-year player.
Yeah, definitely should leave the field his head held high. He just pitched his brains out. I mean, just fantastic work coming in, especially after that injury. And he shut the door.
Now up is Ryan Brody, the Peterborough native, the fourth-year player, listed as an infielder, but pitching here today.
It's one of those guys that, again, does the two-way player. He usually plays third base, but also can pitch.
Now, do you think the plan is for him to get the 4-out save here?
I would assume so. I would assume it would be him going through 4, but I think that's best case scenario, obviously, for the side of the Hawks. They don't want to have to burn any more arms here in this game.
Well, we'll see what happens. He's going to get some warm-up pitches in. Like we mentioned before, he had been warming up in the bullpen, so there shouldn't be too long of a warm-up session. And his assignment, the top 4 hitters through the next 2 innings here for the Durham Lords.
Station, please welcome the new pitcher, number 11, Ryan
All right, here we go. Zach Rivers now up to the plate. His assignment, keep the inning alive, and advance his runner on second. Brody might have a thing or two to say about that, but that one gets away from the catcher. Runner now on third base. The tying run just 90 feet away.
This is a big, big at-bat here. You talked about Zach Rivers. He's 0 for 2 on the day, 1 strikeout. But the tying run is 90 feet away here for the Durham Lords.
Misses again. Brody the 2-0. Misses again, 3-0. Brody needs to throw something good here. Finds the zone, strike one.
This is a big at-bat in this ball game. 3-1 count. Brody just get something in the zone. You don't want to continue to let these bats get hot for the Lords, especially late in this game.
Absolutely. The 3-1. That one high, so now runners on the corners with 2 outs. Griffin Oliver up to the plate.
0 for 2, walked in his first at-bat, and then he's gone out twice since then. See, runners on the corner. Jack Young will come out and give signs of what play is going to go on, if they're going to throw down or not.
That one gets away, a runner coming home. Another runner going to second base, so the game is now tied with a runner in scoring position here.
That's a tough break for the Hawks. They worked hard to get the lead back in that bottom half of the 5th, and 2 pass balls here. The runner advances 90, and the runner ends up scoring.
Still 2 outs, so one more out here, and Humber's back on offense. That one hit to first. Stays fair, and no problem there for Jacob Turner as he trots to first base for the final out of the inning.
Coming to bat for Humber Hawks, the first baser, number 27, Jacob Turner.
Jacob Turner. So it's 6, 7, 8 for the inning for the Hawks, followed by Young and Duva. Outside ball 1. Turner 1 for 2 on the day with an RBI. Count 1-1. That one misses for ball 2. So hitters count now for Jacob Turner. Swing and a miss there, count even 2-2. That one high, count runs full. Huge at bat to start this bottom part of the 6th inning for the Hawks. Payoff pitch. Hits that one but fouls it off. Turner doing a good job staying alive. Just trying to get on base. The pitch. Pops that one up, but it's foul. Almost caught by one of the Durham players back there, but just missed it. We'll try this one more time. Roy, the pitch. That one hit, it's popped up. Right fielder settling under that one, and he makes the catch for out number 1. It's Matez getting the out.
Coming to bat is the catcher, number 3,
Jack Young now up to the plate. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout on the day. Outside for ball 1. Hits that one, popped up. Center fielder and right fielder moving towards it. That's going to be caught for out number 2.
Now batting is the second baser, number 26, Isaac.
Now it's Isaac Duva's turn to take his time at the plate. He is 1 for 2 on the day. Goes after the first pitch, but that's hit foul. Another foul ball. He's quickly down 0-2. Fouls that one off. Stays alive. It's that one. Snagged by the shortstop for out number 3. A great job there by Ethan Service. That puts Humber down 1-2-3 as we go to the 7th inning. What a game it has been to close out seniors night at Connervale Park. We'll take a look at that last catch by Ethan Service. Off balance catch there by the shortstop, very impressive. Oh, excuse me, that was Borowski. Now Ryan Brody back on the mound. Hopefully close things out here for the Humber Hawks on the defensive end. Either way, we will get to see him on offense one more time. Landon Clark will be leading off, followed by Jack St. Louis and Charlie Towers. But for now, it's Durham's turn at offense. Eddie Borowski, the brother of Brody, will be leading off, followed by whoever's batting for the pitcher, Nick King, came out of this one. Should be Eric Smith, and then Quentin Earl. Lights starting to come on here at Connervale Park. As we are in the evening now. Just a little bit of baseball left to be played, and we thank you for joining us on a very special Seniors Day here at Connervale Park. 9 seniors, including team manager Andrew Wark, being honored here today. Humber looking to tie a bow on this one with the win here over their baseball rivals, Durham. Borowski 1 for 3 on the day so far. Brody's first pitch misses. That ball in the dirt, 2-0. That one misses, count 3-0. Shows bump, pulls back, but it's in there for a strike either way. 3-1. It's that one. That's going to go foul. Inside, ball 4. Borowski takes the leadoff walk here in the top of the 7th. No action in either bullpen here in the final inning. Brody, the first pitch. High for ball 1. Eric Smith getting his first at bat this game. Outside, ball 2. Brody's been having trouble finding the strike zone. Catches the zone for strike 1. 2-1. Brody's going to need another good pitch here. It's the batter. No, he didn't, but it's close there. Either way, it's a wild pitch. The runner will advance to second base. Count stands 3-1. Way outside there, runner's going to third base. Going to take it easily. Rounds the base looking for home. And the winning run just 90 feet away. Runners on the corners, still no outs. Ryan Brody in a big jam here in the top of the 7th.
It's number 24, the second baser, Quentin Earl.
Quentin Earl up at the plate. Earl is 0 for 3 on the day. Looking to turn it around here. As for Brody, he cannot allow him to get on base. Misses. Runner going. He's going to steal second easily. So now 2 runners in scoring position. No outs. Not the start to the inning that Ryan Brody was looking for. Counts 2-0. That one way high. 3-0 the count. Brody's just one pitch away from loading the bases. Catches the zone, strike 1. Goes after that one, goes opposite field, hits the green. One comes in to score. Another one's coming in. It's going to be a play at the plate. Throw not on line. Durham takes a 4-2 lead in the top of the 7th. Connor Rodwin now up to the plate. A 2 RBI double by Quentin Earl gives his team the lead. Connor Rodwin 0 for 3 on the day with a strikeout. Are they going to pinch hit him, it looks like? Right-hander warming up in the Humber bullpen. Durham bullpen still empty. Tristan Deslaurier now up to the plate. He's pinch hitting for Rodwin, the catcher. Big spot here to put up his team up by 3. Fouled off the catcher. Sun is setting on Connervale Park. Ball in play. And they just beat the base. It's going to be one down. Runner advances to third.
Now batting is the first baseman, number 10, Chuck Roy.
Chuck Roy 1 for 3 on the day. And he came in to score. Big swing and a miss there for strike one. Roy started off as the first baseman here, but came into pitch later when Nick King got injured. Low and away, ball one, count even. Brody in a tough spot here. Still 2 outs left to go and a runner just 90 feet away from giving Durham the 3-run lead. Another swing and a miss there. And Roy finds himself down 1-2. Big hit there. St. Louis backing up. Does he have a play? Yes, he does. He's going to throw it home. But it will not be in time as another run scores here. Durham up 5-2. Durham continuing to manufacture runs here in the 7th and potentially final inning. Ryan Mata is now up to the plate. Goes after the first pitch. Hits it, but Groves is right under that one. And just like that, Durham takes the 3-run lead, and we'll take a look at how they manufactured those runs. That's the double there that scored the 2. Great piece of hitting and a great piece of base running there. Head up. The slides down into second base.
Is it okay if I call you my pride, babe? I ain't no player, I just got a lot of babe. But let me tell you, I like you a lot, babe. I want to start at the top and the bottom, babe.
Chuck Roy back on the mound to try and close things out for the Durham Lords. Looking to sweep Humber on the day. They won earlier in the day 6-4. Humber 12-1, excuse me, 11-2 on the season. Durham 11-4. Usually it's been Humber the one sweeping the other teams this year, but Durham with the rare chance to sweep Humber at the Hawks' Nest. But only a 3-run game, plenty of opportunity for Humber to come back. Due up Landon Clark, the right fielder, batting 9th. That's going to be the lineup turned over for Jack St. Louis, the center fielder. And then, of course, Charlie Towers, the shortstop. One last meeting of the minds here at the mound for the Lords, trying to close things out. 3 chances left for Humber to try and claw their way back into this one. And we're actually going to see a pinch hitter, Dylan White, being honored today on Seniors Day. Caught in the first game. We have not seen him yet here today. He's pinch hitting for the number 9 hitter, Landon Clark. Great chance here to set the table for the top of the order. All right, here we go. Looks to the first pitch, catching that inside edge of the strike zone. Goes after that one to the first baseman. It's going to be a race to the bag, and they get him for out number 1. That will turn the lineup over for Jack St. Louis. Tough job here. Already 1 out down. Hello for Durham. He is the one guy you do not want to let on the base paths, given his speed. What can the Mississauga native do? Looks to the first pitch, outside for ball 1. Or no, they're going to call that a strike. Looks at another pitch. Looks at another strike. Everything coming up Chuck Roy right now. Goes after that one, opposite field, right to the first baseman, 2 down. And Durham just 1 out away from getting the sweep.
Now batting is the shortstop, number 5, Charlie Towers.
Charlie Towers representing the last chance here for the Humber Hawks. What can the shortstop do? Towers 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts on the day. Low and away, ball 1. The 1-0. Goes after that one. That's going to land for a base hit. A bloop single to keep the Hawks alive. And that will bring up left fielder Justin Groves. We've mentioned it before, the Hawks have done their best hitting here today with 2 outs through both games. Can they rally late? Xavier Whittle, he hit a home run earlier. He's on deck. First pitch in there, strike 1. Of course, after Whittle is David Boato in the hole. Low and away, good job by the catcher there to block it. Count 1-1. Big swing and a miss there. Groves down 1-2. Chuck Roy 1 strike away from ending this ball game. Justin Groves trying to keep it alive. Almost a wild pitch. That one got way away from Roy. Outside. Counts full. 3-2, 2 outs. Big swing and a miss there. That will do it. Durham gets the sweep at Humber. They win game 2, 5-2 on seniors night here at the Hawks Nest. One more look at that last strikeout. Grove just couldn't catch up to that, showing some frustration at the end there. Some good tight baseball that we saw here today from both squads. Some good ball games. Unfortunately, Humber falling up short in both of them. For myself, Andrew Milani, my broadcasting partner, Zach Benoit, and the rest of us here at HSN, thank you, and we'll see you here soon.